Wrote the game plan.
Like those kicks, MP. Second round. Now things get interesting.
We hope you'll come and join us for our trading card day. The first 10,000 fans in the arena will receive a trading card pack. Arrive early to the fan zone and get them signed by Jazz Bear and the Jazz Dancers.
The National Basketball Association and the Utah Jazz are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language, or
The Western Conference Semifinals, Game 1. The Utah Jazz were dominant in round 1, able to advance in just 5 games. But the real test starts now as a new challenger awaits in the series opener against the Timberwolves. The opening game of the conference semifinals, up next.
These teams are prepared for an epic series. Two of the West's very best clashing in Game 1 of the conference semis. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. They've got Dillingham, Julius Randle out there with Prince. Then there's Sharp, and it's Edwards in at the shooting guard position. And for the Jazz, Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Then it's Walker Kessler, and it's Robinson in at the 1 spot. So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Pass to Dillingham. Here's Prince. And here's Edwards outside. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
The 3 from Sexton. Sharp grabs the miss. And so Randle will bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 3-point game. Here's Dillingham. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, for someone who is mostly an off guard, Edwards puts up great assist.
Pass to Sexton. Robinson, a screen on Edwards. For 3, Sexton. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Edwards. Here's Prince. Back to Edwards. Prince, a screen on Sexton. Edwards against Sexton. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Terrific play by Edwards. Moves like this are what makes him so much fun to watch.
On the wing, Sexton, guarded by Edwards. Sexton misses.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Takes a 13-footer, and Randle the bucket on the assist by Edwards.
Letting Randle get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Robinson passes to Kessler. Minnesota with a rebound. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Randle outside. Pass to Dillingham. Edwards against Markkanen. Here's Sharp. Off with the layup. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Marking it outside. Sexton finds Robinson. To the inside, Kessler. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Great roll by Kessler after setting the screen. That's textbook.
Pass to Sharp. Outside Edwards. Down low. And it's blocked by Kessler. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And this is crucial to Sexton's overall development. Encouraging watching him hustle on the defensive end.
Randall outside. Goes up again. Kessler with a rebound.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
The 3 from Sexton. Prince grabs the miss.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Here's Dillingham. Robinson defending. Here's Dillingham. The layup misses. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And real quick, let's check out the field goal percentage leaders in the postseason. You take a look at Filipowski. Right now, he's second in the league in field goal percentage. And, of course, Walker Kessler.
They've been both taking great shots. That's the efficiency you want in the postseason.
And it's Robinson penetrating. And a big finish by Robinson.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Edwards for 3. Can't get it to go. 3 for 5 shooting so far. Jazz trail by 4. To the middle. Here's Hendricks. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Pass to Prince. Kick by Prince. Edwards for 3. Utah grabs the miss. And they've had a remarkable postseason record so far. Only 1 loss.
And this group knows how to bounce back. They have a winning attitude, utmost confidence in their ability to figure out defenses and find creative ways to score. Very well coached, and even the younger players on this team have a sense of maturity that's uncommon.
Back to Edwards. Over Sexton. Minnesota again missing. For Utah, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3. Sexton's got 6.
Solid from deep. Sexton is a guy you want taken.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
To stop the run. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. 9 points in the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Robinson. Pass to Hendricks. Jacks up a 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got 4 rebounds in the game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Filipowski, he's checked in for Markkanen. The Timberwolves also with a sub. McDaniels is checked in for Prince. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They trail by 1. Lets a floater go. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Hendricks. Gets some space and parries the jumper.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Dillingham. Takes the three, and the three-pointer goes. Dillingham's gotten his second bucket.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Inside, here's Hendricks. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Utah shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second. Minnesota has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Edwards can't hit.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
McDaniels against Sexton. Pass to Robinson. And there's the screen. 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the long J. Hendricks has got 8 points.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important to chasing.
Here's Dillingham. Robinson defending. The kick out to Edwards. Over Sexton. And the basket by Edwards. He's got 11.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Robinson with it. The three from Sexton. McDaniels with the rebound.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Tipped away. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. And a big finish by Robinson.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Dillingham. Outside Edwards. Robinson with a steal. And here comes the break for the finish. And a big finish by Robinson.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Here's Dillingham. Robinson defending. Back to Edwards. From deep three-point land. The long-distance three is buried.
Look, if Edwards is hitting that shot, there's not much you can do defensively to stop him.
It's Robinson, high post. He has 6, and it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. A different look for Utah. Wagner's checked in for Kessler. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Sexton. And it's George in for Robinson. Here's Filipowski. No points so far. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hendricks. No good from outside. Timberwolves trail by 3. DiVincenzo pass to Monk. Outside Edwards. The floater. That shot is off. Miss number 6 of the day out of 12 attempts. Here's Hendricks, guarded by Edwards. And here's George. From 13. That shot, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
Pass to Monk. Back to Edwards. Now Monk. Outside McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. DiVincenzo. And no good to start tonight. Missing his first attempt there. Utah leading by 3. Here's Filipowski. Kicks it to George. The 3. They shoot again. And it's in there.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Minnesota has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. It's Edwards on the wing. 1:07 left in the first quarter here.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
Here's Hendricks. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Wagner. Knocks it loose. Now here's DiVincenzo. 41 seconds left in the first. Monk finds Edwards. Left side, DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. Shot is up. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Edwards has got 16 points now.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
They get the rebound. Pass to Brogdon. George with it. From deep. He buries it from 3. And the Jazz lead by 6. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Jazz.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
On the court for the Timberwolves, Malik Monk is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Prince, then it's Jaden McDaniels, and it's Burton in at the 5. Pass to Prince, back to Monk. Prince, a screen on Markkanen. Monk passes to Prince.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Minnesota shooting their initial free throws of the game here.
Dorian Prince. 2 shots.
That one's off. And Minnesota making a change here. Miller's checked in. And the second free throw is good. Utah leading by 5. George with it. Markkanen outside. Over McDaniels. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Markkanen. Pass to Filipowski. Now here's George. Here's Filipowski. And here's Wagner. Guarded by Miller. 4 on the clock. Markkanen from long range. McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. DiVincenzo. Pass to Miller from 6 feet away. Monk with the bucket. Getting it done inside.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's George. Pass to Markkanen. Over to the left wing. Outside Brogdon. Fires the three from deep. Brogdon!
A legitimate threat beyond the arc. Brogdon's sense for when to shoot from there is outstanding.
DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. Here's Prince. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Prince. Here's Monk. George defending. Left side McDaniels. Out to DiVincenzo. And here's Monk. There's the three. No luck on that one. Here's Filipowski. And there's the drive. The three. George knocks down the triple. And now it's an 11-point Utah lead.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Now Monk. To the paint. McDaniels against Markkanen. McDaniels can't hit. And it's Brogdon with the ball for Utah. Down low. DiVincenzo with a steal. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Outside Monk. Prince, a screen on George. Clock at 6. And Prince with the bucket on the assist by Monk.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Now here's George. He's got 6. Wagner for 3. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. To the inside. Here's Monk. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now. George with it. To the middle. Stolen by Miller. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Monk with it. Picked up by Markkanen. And the basket by Monk.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Brogdon feeling it out a bit. Markkanen outside. Pass to Filipowski. It's George on the wing. Monk covers. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Miller. All right, the Jazz making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Shot from the top of the key. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Robinson's got 8 points. Timberwolves trail by 9. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, Shea in their last time out against the Rockets got the job done. He picked up 29 points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
George passes to Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. Offensive board. Pass to Filipowski. George for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. A different look for Utah. Kessler comes in for Wagner. And Williams is subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon.
Substitution on the court.
And here's McDaniels. No made baskets yet. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Minnesota again missing. Utah leading by 7. Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He misses the free throw. Hendricks is checked in for Utah. Sexton comes in for Williams. Randall, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dillingham comes in for Monk.
Unusual for him. He'd been in a groove from the line.
Pass to Dillingham from downtown. Outside for Randall. Second chance effort. Utah grabs the miss. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's George. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Here's Edwards. It's on target from the high post.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Hendricks. Give him 8. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Prince is checked in for Minnesota, and he makes both free throws.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Timberwolves trail by 9. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Edwards a screen on Robinson. Inside. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Colin Sexton. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Certain guys can remake their games to fit the times. Randall's worked on his right hand and his jump shooting. He's a much more versatile threat now at the offensive end.
Now Robinson. Pass to Hendricks. Over Dillingham. Hendricks no good. Now here's Randall. Here's Prince. The kick out to Edwards. Utah with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11. Robinson with it. Give him 8 points now. Here's Kessler. Utah with another miss.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Pass to Dillingham. The 3-ball. Good work defensively by Robinson.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
They set the screen. This one for 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Now Edwards, checked by Sexton. Edwards can't hit.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Count it. And it's an 11-point Utah lead.
Yeah, really nice to see Markkanen keeping his head up and finding the open teammate.
Pass to Prince. Here's Dillingham. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dillingham's got 7 points.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Robinson passes to Kessler. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's a minute 54 left in the second. Sharp against Robinson. Pass to Kessler. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He has 6.
Just right through him. Kessler not slowing up.
Here's Prince. Back to Edwards. Prince, a screen on Sexton. Edwards looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, you know, Anthony Edwards has one of the highest motors we've seen. His relentlessness throughout the length of a game is just exceptional. He wears out the entire opposing team.
1:21 left in the second quarter. And here's Robinson. He's got 13. Pass to Kessler. Back to Robinson. Here's the 3. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Prince. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Robinson. Takes it inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback. Ouch.
That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And here's Edwards outside. Anthony Edwards reigns one in.
Well, it might not be fair, but most nights we expect Edwards to put up big scoring numbers. That's what you ask of your stars.
Pass to Markkanen. Back to Robinson. 5 on the clock. To the inside. Shoots. Minnesota with the rebound. And here's Edwards outside. Doesn't go that time. Got it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. Back to the game after this break.
Hello, everyone. First game of the series, off to a good start for the Utah Jazz.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
Taking a look at the Jazz in this series. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game 1, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves and counter moves. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we're back with you, folks, as this exciting Western Conference semifinal game rolls on. And, you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Well, tonight is a big game, and you have to be impressed with the way he's come out firing.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem playing up to the moment.
Jazz leading by 6. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Then it's Walker Kessler, and it's Robinson in at the point. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. They set the pick. Sexton passes to Kessler. 6 to shoot. Here's Robinson, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Utah shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. And that one misses. Timberwolves trail by 8. Pass to Prince. Randall on the screen. From outside the arc. The putback. That shot off. And for the Jazz, they're shooting about 47%. A nice number. Here's Hendricks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Sharp, the screen on Marketing. Prince. Cash money on the open jump shot. Prince has got 7. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Markkanen. Ooh, Markkanen powers through the contact inside.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Dillingham. Robinson defending. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got rebound number 7 tonight.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Randall outside to the middle. Here's Sharp. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. That one on Kessler. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the free throw, no good. For 3, Sexton. Prince grabs the miss.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Randall outside. Picked by Prince. To the paint. Pass to Dillingham. Puts it up. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And this is who's leading the charge when it comes to rebounding here in the postseason. Well, you look at Kessler. His consistent effort makes him one of the top rebounders in this league.
His awareness around the rim has really been impressive lately. It's obvious he knows every possession is important in the playoffs.
Jazz leading by 11. Pass to Sexton. Robinson with it. Kessler a screen. Robinson passes to Kessler. Stolen by Sharp. Outside Edwards. And here's Sharp. It's Prince on the wing. And he's going for the lob.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Down low. Here's Kessler. He can't get it to go. Good D by Sharp. And so Prince will bring it up for Minnesota. Pass to Edwards. Here's Prince. Now here's Edwards. The 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Edwards has got 26 points.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
It's Markkanen on the wing. Markkanen with a screen on Edwards. Sexton, that's good.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Well, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Prince. Now here's Edwards.
Well, it's so difficult to outsmart Edwards as a defender. He'll just come right into you.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. and so he makes both from the line.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Kessler passes to Markkanen. No good on the three. Timberwolves trail by 7. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. Here's Sexton. He's got 12. Robinson, a screen on Edwards. Pass to Robinson. Kessler with it. Guarded by Sharp. Kept alive. Back to Robinson. Floats one. Tipped. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Randall. Good. Randall's got 7 points.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Pass to Robinson. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
What's going to happen? I'm going to call him on that.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Here's Dillingham. Oh, they get a hand on it. Randall outside. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. That's good from Dillingham. On the assist from Prince. Prince has got 3 assists tonight.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Now Robinson. 17 points in the game. Pass to Markkanen. For 3. Robinson gets the bucket. Robinson's got 20.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Here's Prince. Prince, a screen on Sexton. Edwards for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Utah leading by 5. Sexton passes to Kessler. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And how do you stop Kessler at his size? He's a load.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Utah. George comes in for Robinson.
And Kessler is just a steady, reliable big man because he shoots a good percentage and defends the rim well.
DiVincenzo, pass to Sharp. Out left to the wing. The 3, Randall drains the triple. Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Brogdon, the pass to Markkanen. And here's George. And there's a pick. Back to Brogdon. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Randall. Outside Monk. Picked by Prince. Another shot. And that one's good. Monk's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. The Jazz have gotten 7 of 14 attempts to fall in the half. Markkanen outside. Here's Hendricks. He's got 12. The shot no good. Brogdon against Randall. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Malcolm Brogdon.
And over the years, Randall has stepped up his role, an assertive scorer and a natural leader.
free throw drops for Randall. Filipowski, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And the Timberwolves also making a change. McDaniels checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Brogdon. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And using every part of his 6'5", 229-pound frame, Brogdon forces the defense to foul.
And he drops it first.
And the veteran leadership Brogdon offers is tremendous. It's clear his younger teammates listen to what he has to say.
Wagner's checked in for Kessler. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Banton's checked in. And so Brogdon nails both of them. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Banton. Outside McDaniels. It's Monk on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Back to Daniels. Here's Randall. Utah grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Brogdon against Monk. Brogdon, the pass to Filipowski. Pass to George. The 3 is up. Banton pulls it in. For Minnesota, they've gone 50% from the field in the third quarter. 8 of 16. Now here's Randall. Now here's McDaniels. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Monk. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Jazz. Filipowski's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Back to George. Here's the teardrop. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to McDaniels. Banton on the wing. DiVincenzo with it. Outside Monk. Randall, pass to Monk. For 3, DiVincenzo. Utah grabs the miss. Filipowski's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And here's Brogdon. Fires for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Randall. Here's Ben. All right, the Jazz making a change here. Robinson's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
A minute 50 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. And that one's good. Robinson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
And passes to McDaniels. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. DiVincenzo finds McDaniels. Minnesota again missing. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Filipowski. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 41% in this game. Outside, DiVincenzo hits the 3-pointer. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Outside Robinson. George outside. Pass to Hendricks. Filipowski for three. He drops it from range. Filipowski's got 7.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Burton. It's Monk on the wing. From the arc. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Robinson passes to Wagner. Off target at the rim. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Utah ahead, up by 8. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So for Minnesota right now, Malik Monk is out there with Delano Banton. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. And it's Burton in at the center, locking down the middle. McDaniels inside, working on Williams. 5 to shoot. Here's Banton. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Jazz leading by 6. Robinson with it. There's the drive. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. Pass to Banton. 4-3. Williams grabs the board. Utah shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Brogdon, the pass to Robinson. There's the screen. Here's Filipowski. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Banton. Oh, got a piece of it. He's got a clear path. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
An opportunistic swipe from Brogdon. He saw an opening and turned it into a successful fast break.
Pass to Banton. Outside McDaniels. It's Monk on the wing. Back to Daniels. Here is DiVincenzo, guarded by Brogdon. The finish! And it's Williams finishing in transition. Nice.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Banton passes to McDaniels. Now here's Monk. George defending. Back to Daniels. Let's go with a 3. Another miss by Minnesota.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
That is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
All right, Allie. Thanks once again.
Well, McDaniels is a physical player. He doesn't mind getting roughed up a bit while trying to score.
Free throw, no good.
With missed opportunities from the line this half, they're not doing themselves any favors.
Clarkson's checked in for Utah. He hits the second from the line. Jazz leading by 13. There's the triple. Sinks it from distance. Clarkson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Monk. Pass to Burton. To the paint. Here's Patton. And he banks in the layup. Patton's gotten 4 this quarter.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Outside Robinson. Pass to George. Outside Robinson. Clarkson outside. Off target from outside. Timberwolves trail by 14.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Anthony Edwards is checked in for Minnesota. Here's McDaniels. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Grant Williams.
A defensive ace. Jake McDaniels gets the toughest perimeter assignment every night, using his length, athleticism, and effort to frustrate opponents.
Tate's checked in for Minnesota. Banton comes in for DiVincenzo. George outside. Pass to Williams. Now Robinson. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Fires the 3. Counted from distance. And the Jazz lead by 15.
Yeah, he's a decent threat from deep. And when Clarkson is on from there, it opens up everything else for him.
Here's Edwards. Edwards, so good inside.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
And here's Robinson. Back to Williams. Pass to Robinson. And he drives in. And it's good. 2 points. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
McDaniels finds Monk. Back to Daniels. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
George feels it out a bit. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Here's Banton. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Jazz leading by 12. To the inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Here's Banton. Right side Monk. Pass to Edwards. The rebound by Filipowski. Utah's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Outside Robinson. To the middle. From 11 feet away. George for 3. Minnesota with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening. It's a little too early to be over the limit. They need to keep a close eye on their foul situation.
And the The first one at the line is good. And Minnesota with some changes. Sharp, he's checked in for Tate. Julius Randle comes in for McDaniels. And Prince is subbed in for Monk. Jazz leading by 12. Kessler a screen. Robinson passes to Kessler. And he's headed to the line for two. He gets the whistle there.
Tight defense against Kessler. Maybe a little too tight.
That free throw good from Kessler.
They're really shooting better from the free throw line since halftime. That's a big plus if you're holding a late lead.
Dillingham's checked in for Banton. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error.
Once again, everyone, your Utah Jazz breaker dance group.
Both shots good from the stripe. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Timberwolves. It's a 14-point game. Here's Dillingham. Rebound, Utah. Hendricks has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Robinson. The basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Free throw no good for Robinson. Timberwolves trail by 16. Here's Prince. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Utah has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Robinson passes to Markkanen. Over Prince. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And the Jazz lead by 16. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Outside Edwards. There's a screen. Over Sexton. Edwards, no good.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
The Timberwolves are on 6 for 11 here in the fourth quarter. The three from Prince. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Markkanen. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, the way Markkanen plays inside is exactly what that coaching staff wants.
That's good for Markkanen. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, it's hard to remember that Markkanen had a slow start to his pro career because now he's a candidate for the 50, 40, 90 club almost every year.
Randle outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's a screen. Off the mark there with a 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Dillingham. Markkanen against Prince. Randle outside. and they get it. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Now Robinson. Pass to Markkanen. Minnesota with a rebound. Randall left side. Here's Prince. Now Sharp. He's covered by Kessler. Sharp passes to Edwards. On target from range. Edwards got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Here's Sexton. Sharp grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 18. Pass to Dillingham. And he lobs it up top. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, the athleticism Edwards has is off the chart. He makes those alley-oop catches look effortless.
Markkanen sets a screen. Robinson passes to Markkanen. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Now that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Outside Edwards. Pass to Prince. Prince, a screen on Sexton. Edwards for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Utah leading by 16.
And capturing the series momentum up front. This is a monster Game 1 win for the Jazz.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game. They battled through every step of the way.
And BA, can you say big time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And they have to be pleased with how they got this series started tonight. A nice 1-0 lead.
The key now is to carry this same energy forward and get that second win. These are the playoffs, so you can't afford to relax or think you've got the series in the bag.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Che.
Yeah, we witnessed a special performance tonight. It's not just the triple-double. It's the example he set out there. Outstanding leadership.
Pass to Dillingham. The 3 is up. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside Sexton. And here's Markkanen. Fires from deep. Doesn't go for him. Here's Dillingham. Robinson defending. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
Time for us to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed our second round coverage of the NBA Western Conference playoffs. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long and good night, everyone.
Series is a war. You just won a crucial battle.
Terrific win. Still 81 series. We could take control of this series with another win tonight. What?
And 4-1, damn.